Hello, I'm Jim Olivetti with the Swampscott Conservancy, and we're looking at invasive plants and also other plants which are nuisances and may one day become an invasive. One of these is a plant called English ivy, and we've got an excellent example of it right here. If you'll just walk along with me, you can see that it forms a mat along the ground, and then it also loves to climb trees. Look at the extent to which this ivy is already climbing the tree. Massachusetts is the most northern part of the range of English ivy, and it's not really yet considered an invasive. Actually may still be sold in some garden centers around the state, but it has qualities which are going to make it very dangerous to our environment as the climate continues to warm. For example, in the wild, English ivy can prevent light from reaching seedlings. As you can see along the ground here, if there are any seedlings, the ivy will cover them and cut off their light supply. It'll also smother wildflowers and ferns. Once it kills all those other plants, its shallow root system forms a mat on the ground, and this will lead to a lack of biodiversity, which makes a nice habitat for rats, something that we have a lot of, unfortunately, in Swampscott. English ivy can kill trees by growing up the trunk and eventually overtaking the canopy and preventing the tree from acquiring the sunlight that it requires. By blocking necessary light to the trunk, you can have prolonged periods of moisture for the tree that encourages rot and weak spots and allows pests to enter in those spots. It doesn't poison the tree, but as it grows up the tree and out to the branches, it becomes heavier and heavier, and it may weaken the tree to the extent that wind will blow the thing down completely. You can control English ivy, but it's difficult to do. It has shallow roots, so you can pull it out by hand. If you have it in your yard, it's best not to discard it with the yard waste, but rather your trash, because little pieces of the vine can reseed themselves. And then as a mature adult plant, it climbs up vertical surfaces and produces seeds, which birds like robins and starlings will eat and then deposit in other places around. So it may be nice to look at, but it certainly isn't an asset to the Swampscott's open spaces.